Hey folks, this is E coming back here with another one. If y'all been following me, y'all know that I breed dogs. This is the inside of I call it the nursery, where I keep my females and the puppies. My girl Lucy is behind the camera. She had her puppies. It was 2 weeks they turned 2 weeks yesterday, but I've been up all night with my other girl, Doscara. I was supposed to do their first deworming yesterday for Lucy's pups. She's got 8 pups, but I'm gonna do it now. And here's what I use at the beginning: Nemex 2 from dewormer. You can order it anywhere. It's a lot cheaper than taking them to the vet, where they charge you at least $45 just to weigh your puppy or your dog. But so I'm going to weigh each one of them, put them up first, and let y'all see if y'all want to guess their weight. Lucy's puppies were pretty small, but they just, like the last 2 or 3 days, they just blew up, gotten a lot bigger. I think the bigger ones started around like 12 to 14 ounces when they were born, and small ones probably maybe 10 to 12 ounces. I think the smallest one now is a little boy, but there's 2 small girls too. But here's my table that I can use for if I'm doing AIs or anything, or some kind of exams, or doing their nails. I can just let it down. Got my scale right here. Set pretty good to 0. I'm gonna turn it around. The other camera's probably better. I'm gonna weigh one, and then probably the biggest one. And I'm just gonna give the puppies each the same amount of medication, even though they're a little bit smaller or size difference. It's not gonna hurt them. It's just a dewormer that's not very hard on them, and it's 1 cc for every 2 pounds, I think. There's a blue tri boy. I think he's the biggest one. No, stand there. There's actually a couple of big girls too. I think he's gonna be over 2 pounds now. He's almost 2.5 pounds. Let me get the smaller one. If y'all want to pick a name, put it in the comments, and whichever names get the most for each puppy. I'm going to make shorts where you can just say what the puppy looks like. I'm going to name, and I'll name them, at least me. I'll name them whatever y'all want to name them. It's 1.75 pounds. So it's about half a pound difference. So it's not going to make that much of a difference. I'll weigh them all up just so if you want to try to guess their weight. This boy was one of the biggest when he was born. He's still super thick. He's just really compact, really short back. Blue Trindle boy. 10 points, or Brenda call him Trindles. But I think he's grown a little bit more. He weighs about 4 ounces less than the big blue boy. This girl is reserved. She's going to Virginia. She's a lilac. Usually, because my dogs carry cream, there's also a cream girl. The 10 points start looking almost like silver, and she looks like she's going. And some of them are getting tick, and their dad is tick. I think she weighs 2 ounces more than the blue boy. Favorites. I think she's a lilac, and the lilacs are the hardest to see the ones, but she's got that like silverish too right here. Might be a try. She weighs about an ounce more than the little boy. It's a chocolate. And I think he's a chocolate. She's a chocolate sable with a chocolate mask. I mean, she does look like she's a little purple, but it's getting darker and darker. I think she's going to be a chocolate. She weighs almost 2 pounds. Here's the other big girl. The 3 girls look very different. They just have white on their chest. But she's clear pointed. She's tan pointed lilac. She's pretty big too. No, not so much. She's only like 2 ounces heavier than the other girl. Here's something that my dogs have had from the beginning. I didn't even know till my 3rd or 4th generation. I had 2 of them be born, my 2nd generation litter. They were white, and then they ended up changing to fawn because the cream doesn't allow them to produce any of the black pigment, so they can only produce a red pigment. And then they also have a gene on the intensity gene, which tells the color that they should be. If they're dilute, they're mostly white with a little bit of cream. If they're intermediate, they'll be like a fawn with some cream. And if they're not non-dilute, they'll be as red as like an Irish setter red. The chocolate and cream. So she's the only spots they can get pigment is usually the eyeliner and their nose. Sometimes their ears. But you can tell she's going to be intermediate because her ears are already pretty dark. Should be like a chocolate fawn, like my boy Canelo. He's the same way, and he's actually their dad's brother. She could also be a lilac. It depends on the nose color. If she has a lilac, they call it platinum because lilac is double dilute, which is chocolate is a dilute of black, and then the blue is the dilute of the chocolate, so it's a double dilute, which they call it lilac. And then with it being recessive red cream, they call them platinum. So she could be a platinum or a chocolate. She weighs as much as the other girl, just over 2 pounds. So it's only 1 cc for every 2 pounds. This is mostly a preventative. They haven't shown any signs that they have anything. And I've also been deworming Mom for 3 days. I'm deworming her with Safeguard. So if you're doing the puppies and you don't do the mom and she happens to have some worms, then you're not doing anything because they're just going to get them back from her. Like I said, this is a preventative. I don't have any of them showing any signs that they have worms. Well, that's it. Y'all let me know about the names. You can go to my website. There's still some pups available. Fill out a puppy application and send me a deposit to reserve one. Though they can go to their new homes after 8 weeks. But you can just subscribe and post regular videos on them. I usually get them doggy-door trained by the time they're 8 weeks. And we have to give them some socializations, at least out in the yards with the other dogs. And I usually do like power tools around them so they can get desensitized to them, so they don't do so much yourself. But I appreciate all the other my following along. Like I said, subscribe to keep up and go to my website, LosReyesBulldogs.com, and comment what puppy you like or what name you might like for each pup. Well, hope you have a good one. Appreciate y'all.